Hello students, in this video we will be discussing about speed and velocity. We will also see how velocity differs from speed. Okay. Let us define speed. Speed is defined as distance traveled by the body per unit time. Okay. How we can define speed? Distance traveled by a body per unit time is known as speed. Okay, what actually speed is? Students, speed tells us how slow or how fast the motion is taking place. If a body is moving, if a body is changing its position from one place to another, how fast or slow it is taking place. See, rate of motion. Okay, how slow or fast motion is taking place, that is known as speed. And what is the formula for that? Distance divided by time. Distance has a SI unit of meter and time has a SI unit of second. So how can we write it? Meter per second is the SI unit for speed. Okay, but speed is a scalar quantity. Okay, speed, to describe a speed, to mention a speed, we don't need its direction, we just need its magnitude. Okay, therefore speed is a scalar quantity. Velocity, what is velocity? Velocity of a body is the distance traveled by the body in unit time in a given direction. Yes, where is the difference between speed and velocity? In direction. See, speed doesn't have a direction, but velocity has a direction. There is a direction mentioned in velocity. Okay, so velocity of a body is the distance traveled by the body in unit time in a given direction. Now what else can I say about velocity? See, velocity can also be defined as displacement per unit time. Displacement already contains direction. Okay, so we can say velocity of a body is defined as displacement per unit time. Displacement is already a vector quantity. It is having magnitude as well as direction. Therefore, we can say velocity is displacement per unit time. Okay, but if you are saying it in form of distance, then you will say velocity is described as distance traveled in a particular direction or in a given direction per unit time. Okay, velocity is a vector quantity and SI unit of velocity is meter per second, same as speed. Students, here are few points that will clearly differentiate between speed and velocity. First is the definition. Speed is the rate of motion and defined as distance divided by time. Similarly, velocity is displacement divided by time or distance traveled in a given direction divided by time. Okay. Second is speed is a scalar quantity, velocity is a vector quantity. Third difference is speed cannot be 0 or negative, velocity can be 0, negative or positive. How is it possible? How velocity will be negative? See, velocity can be negative if direction changes to the opposite direction. For example, if a body is moving to positive x direction and it changes its motion to negative x direction, then we will say earlier it was positive 5 meter per second, now it's negative 5 meter per second. Okay, change in direction leads to negative sign. Okay, and how it can be 0? Velocity can be 0 if displacement is 0. And when displacement will be 0? Displacement will be 0 if initial position coincides with the final position of the body. If body comes to the initial position after moving for a certain period of time. Okay, but speed cannot be 0 because there must be a distance if a body is in motion. Okay, and speed cannot be negative also, magnitude, because speed is carrying only magnitude and magnitude defines the amount of that physical quantity. That is, magnitude cannot be negative, it must be positive, it must be a positive value. Examples: speed. See, in circular motion what happens? At every point direction changes. Even if the magnitude is a constant value, still it cannot be defined as velocity. A body moving in a circular motion will have speed, not velocity. Why? Because body is not moving in a particular direction. At every point direction is changing. Then what will be the example of velocity? Example of velocity will be velocity of a body moving in a straight line. In a straight line, body doesn't change its direction, and if it is moving in a constant direction, in a particular direction, then speed can be defined as velocity. Hope you have understood the concept. Thank you, students.